Hi everyone, I'd like to share with you the paint sticks. I had hosted a paint stick album swap on my blog. I had seen this idea on the Somerset Studio magazine a few months back when I had visited my sister, and I wish I had purchased the magazine. I fell in love with it as soon as I had seen it and knew I had to create this. I wanted to get other ladies' creations on this, and it just came out gorgeous. I'll probably host another one. I don't know when, but I will keep you guys posted because I just love how they all turned out. So thank you again, ladies, so much for participating and creating this beautiful album. So let me share with you. We were using the Tim Holtz Lost and Found paper collection. The theme was distress, whether it's distress ink, powder, your distressing tool. And this one was mine. And I got my sticks from Home Depot. You can get it in the paint section. And what I did was I first stained it with the Moonshadow Mist in the Violicious Violet. And then I went over it with the Walnut Stain Distressing Powder. And then I added some lace. This was my paper. It was the florals. I didn't know the names of the design paper, so I just called it pink and red floral. And then I used my distressing tool to distress the edges. And then I used the Walnut Stain Distress ink around it. Here I used the I Am Roses flowers, super pretty. And then I distressed that with the Walnut Stain. Added some Prima Baby Roses, and I distressed that with the Tattered Floral. I added some flat back pearls, and then a butterfly charm, and then this skeleton leaf also from I Am Roses. I added some of that gold rub and buff on top of that. So that was the front, and then the back we were to add a pocket and some tags. And here I added some design paper from the collection. It was one of the papers that we didn't, that wasn't in the group. And then I stained it with the Jazzy Jivin Purple in the Starburst stain. And then I distressed the edges with the distressing tool and added the walnut stain. For my pockets, I used the hydrangea flowers that I got from I Am Roses and created pockets with them. I just basically folded in half. And then I stained that with the Glimmer Mist in the Creme de Rouge. And then I took a paint brush and then just curled in, curled in the fronts here. And then add some baby roses, the flat back pearls. And then my tags, these are the Stampin' Up! Punch. And then, because this was the other side of this paper. And then it just tucks into these little pockets here. And then this is a Prima flower that I stained with the Moonlit Mulberry and the Starburst spray. And then add a baby rose. And then this is my Martha Stewart punch using the design paper. So that's mine. I love creating these. This was so fun to do, and I'm really excited to put it together. This one was the measuring tape, and this one is from Taffy. Really beautiful. I love how she wrapped around the measuring tape around the entire stick. And then here's her tags. Super cute. And then she also distressed the edges. And then this feels like suede, the ribbon. Really pretty. And then this is the back. And then it just tucks into the measuring tape. And then she added some pretty bling here. And then the other side, look how gorgeous her flowers are. Super pretty. I love these leaves. Kind of like a glass. Really pretty. And then here's her cute little pocket. Look how cute this envelope is. And then this is her tag. It's like a ticket, but it's accordion. Super pretty. Love that. And it goes inside the pocket. And then this is her information right here. So really pretty Taffy. Love the way it came out. And then this one is the Vintage People, and this one's from Martha. And she also used the tickets. Really pretty. I love how she got the faces on all the tickets. And then she added some lace and then some flowers. And look at her charm. Little hanger, super pretty. And then when you flip it over, look how cute her rosette is. I love that. And then she stamped these vintage ladies here. And I love her dress form. Look how pretty that is. And then some feathers. And then she used these tickets as her tags. Super pretty. It says Forever Ticket to Love. And then it just swivels like that. And then this one has her information. And then it tucks in here. I love how she created her pockets. Really beautiful. So that one's for Martha. And then the bingo cards was from Sarah. Super pretty. Look at her flower, you guys. It's gorgeous. And then she just dressed the edges. And then she added some pearls. And then here's her pocket with the bottle cap. And look how pretty her tag is. She had some lace. Really cute. And then this is the other side. She's got some journaling here. And then she's got the keyhole. I think this is with grunge paper. Look how pretty that is. And then Prima flower and some feathers. Super beautiful, guys. And then this one is the clocks from Carolina. I love how she collaged the paper here. Really pretty. And then look what she did to it. Look how pretty that is. Love that. And then she had a flourish here. And then this one, when you untie it, so adorable. She stamped it first with the clock stamp. And then it opens up like this, and then it has a journaling. Isn't that so pretty? And then here's the back. Love her clock. She added a dewdrop on top of a clock. And then this one's a hinge clip with a Prima baby rose on top. And then it's a clock pocket. And then inside's her tag. She stamped the clock like here, and she just dressed it. And then it says Top Secret Things. Isn't that super pretty? And then she added some bling right here. And then she added her information right there. So these came out so nice, ladies. I'm so excited to put this together. So thank you again so much for participating. And this one is Bethany's. Hers was Musical Notes. Super pretty. I love the shade of the blue. Really pretty. And then she just dressed the edges. And look how cute her little pockets are and how tiny these tickets are. Super cute. And then she's got a beautiful charm here. And then the other side, she stamped some musical notes. And then again, she put this cute little pocket with the tag. And then she added an Audash ticket and some bling. Really gorgeous. So thank you again, ladies, so much for participating and creating these gorgeous sticks. I can't wait to send these out to you. And thanks everyone for watching. Bye.